I know recently a lot of my videos, my day in the life videos have taken off, really thanks to my hook. So I wanted to kind of make a long form video, kind of explain to you guys like the actual reality of being self-employed. If you guys are looking to become an entrepreneur yourself, or if you guys are already an entrepreneur yourself, you know, just kind of like the reality of how it is, you know, the ups, the downs, the lessons that I've learned. Hopefully the wisdom that I share in this video can, you know, pass along and help you along with your journey as well. I started entrepreneurship when I was 15 years old. I haven't been like self-employed off of my businesses since 15, but I started my first business at 15. I believe I was a freshman in high school, and I started doing a iPad reselling business. So I would flip them for about $200 to $300, and I ran up probably around like 5 to 10K from the ages of 15 to 16. And then I used that business to leverage my next business, which was a shoe reselling business that I did with my boy Mello. I did that business my sophomore year of high school, and honestly that business flopped. Then I went to my third business, which is now the business that a lot of people know me for, which is pressure washing. So my junior year of high school, I started pressure washing. I spent months learning the skill of pressure washing itself. I actually had gotten inspired by my best friend Gabe, who had started his own landscaping business the year prior, I believe 2022. Kind of inspired me to do an outdoor business of my own. So that's when I ventured into pressure washing after seeing like TikToks about it and shit at the time. And honestly, it just seemed like a good model for me to get into. And from there, it just, you know, was only uphill from there. So I think we did like 30K our first year of HydroSafe. Yeah, we did like 30K, somewhere around that. I don't remember the numbers exactly, but that shit taught me a lot of beginnings, as this is like my first like really successful business that I had at a young age. Again, I was a junior in high school when I was doing this, so you know, I also had school that I was doing at the time and other things that, you know, were taking up my time, but I still found the passion in what I wanted to do, and I started building it from the ground up. So I went into my second year of high school doing my pressure washing business, was doing work before and after school and during classes. And this year really taught me a lot about structure and discipline within business, because now I was managing a school, track, and a business at the same time, as well as a social life. So I learned a lot of those valuable principles that would later apply to where I'm at now in my life. And at this time I was about 17 years old, and now this was my best year of business within pressure washing at the time. I believe we did about like 65K, 67K in revenue, and then my business hit the six-figure mark the day I turned 18, and I also moved to college right after that. So within 2 years I scaled up to a six-figure business within pressure washing, and then had to shut down the business to move to college basically like right after that. And then that's when I took my year break from my first year of college to go down to Wichita State, then moved out to Florida to pursue my business year round, which is what I'm doing now. Since I've got out to Florida, you know, a lot of people already know my story out here. Basically restarted my business, started back from ground zero. For the business model that I wanted to do, Florida was going to be a way better environment for me. Me and my boys, we came out here, we started our business, and now I've been self-employed in Florida since basically this day last year, which is why I wanted to make this video. So one of the positives about being an entrepreneur is that you get complete and utter freedom. You know, ever since I've quit my job, I literally have all the time in the world to do what I want to do. Not saying I have a lot of time, but I have the freedom to do what I please on any given day at any given moment. I don't have to clock in and work for another man. I work for myself. So that's the beauty about entrepreneurship, is that you no longer have to worry about working for another man. You are the boss, and everything that you do becomes a result as to the work that you put in to get there. The other thing is that there's no cap on your income. There's no set amount of money that you can make with an entrepreneurship. Everything is completely infinite. It's a completely scalable game, and that's the beauty of it as well, is that like your value isn't catered on an hourly time frame. Your value is curated towards what you can do for the community, what you can do for businesses, and the value you bring to other people, and that's how much money you will get paid. Biggest people who offer the most value in the world, you know, the Jeff Bezos, the Mark Zuckerbergs, they have platforms that are at such a big reach that offer so much value to so many people, and that's why they get paid the most amount of money compared to most entrepreneurs in this world. And so the more value you can provide in the world, the more money you'll make in return. Also, the beauty about entrepreneurship is that you just get to simply do what you enjoy. You know, it's a Saturday morning. I chose to not work until about like noon today. I have a pressure washing job I'm gonna do right after this. You know, I'm just out here at the pool. I ran for a run, or I went for a walk. I read my Bible. I read my book this morning. You know, I'm drinking my water. I'm about to go eat a good breakfast, get this job out the way, hit the gym, and then I have a trading call I'm gonna do with my partners, clean up the crib, and then probably go skating or do something to enjoy my life later on today, man. And that's the complete utter freedom about, you know, entrepreneurship, is that you get to do what you want, do what you enjoy as you please. And that's the biggest blessing, and that's the reason why I love doing what I do now, is that, you know, you get to pick what business model you want to do, what business model makes the most sense for you, what you understand the most, and then from there you just take it and run with it. You know, pressure washing for me, it's something that I really enjoy doing because number one, it's a really easy service to get into. Number two, there's a lot of money you can make with it. Number three, I'm in an area that really needs it, so you know, I'm in a very well area for the business that I have. And then number four, just making people happy. You know, when people see their homes are clean, or seeing the transformation from a dirty home to a clean home, it puts a smile on people's faces. You know, not even just pressure washing with my other outdoor services like Christmas lights, gutter cleaning, yada yada. Just making people happy to make their homes cleaner. That's what makes me happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm always been the type of person that I am the happiest when I can make other people happy, not just my clients but also my friends, my family, inspire other people on social media. That's always been the type of person I am, and that's why I'm such a genuine and helpful person in regards to how I move about my life. You know, but there also is loads of entrepreneurship. Since being an entrepreneur or being self-employed, quote unquote, I've worked probably twice as harder on everything that I'm doing in my life as a result of that. You know, because when you are your own boss, you have control of what you do on a daily basis. And so since you have so much time, you have to put a lot of that time into the thing that's going to get you the money and the thing that's going to set you up with that lifestyle that you achieve. And so a lot of entrepreneurship is really just working. You know, yes, you can have days off, you can, you know, live a good lifestyle, but most entrepreneurs work harder. And, you know, prove me wrong if you think I'm wrong about this, but I can guarantee that most entrepreneurs work twice as hard as a person who clocks into a 9-to-5. Two is just heavy stress because, again, like I said, you are your business when it comes to entrepreneurship. So everything that happens within your business has a direct correlation on you. So there's a lot more stress that comes into it, you know, compared to a 9-to-5 where you're just clocking into work. All you have to do is just do what you're told and do as you please. With entrepreneurship, there is no schedule. There is no, you know, routine that you're set to have. You know what I'm saying? You have to build all these things with discipline over time. You have to build that routine with discipline over time. And that's what makes entrepreneurship so hard, is that a lot of people aren't really the most disciplined in doing those things. All the things that come within business, you have to handle all those things, you know, handling clients, and you have to handle business problems as well as personal problems on a daily basis. And that's what a lot of people don't see, is that like that struggle is definitely real. But if you're willing to take that struggle and take it to the chin and keep on pushing, that's where the real entrepreneurs are made. That's why perseverance is such a big and high quality trait that you need to have to be a successful entrepreneur. The last thing I would say is there is no really guaranteed paychecks with entrepreneurship. When you work a 9-to-5, you know if you clock in at this time and get out at this time and work this many hours, you're gonna make this amount of money. It's set every single week. You're not gonna make as much as you want if you're not putting in the amount of work that you have to put in. That's why you have to work so much hard. That's why you have to work so much harder as an entrepreneur to get to where you want to go. And that's also the scary thing about entrepreneurship, is that you can have really good months and really slow months, and you'll never know. You just got to keep pushing through them. So, you know, the no guaranteed income is definitely a scary thing within entrepreneurship, especially in the early building phases of your business. But as you build up your business and build up your business and build it up more, then you can start guaranteeing that income coming in. You start building those systems, and then you can start falling back and focusing on the things that's going to scale your business from there, knowing that your business is going to take care of your personal life as well. I kind of went over the highs and lows of entrepreneurship and or self-employment, and so I want to leave y'all with 3 lessons that I've learned within being my own boss at a very young age. Number 1 is that discipline is always greater than motivation. Anyone could go watch a motivational video. You could watch this video, me talking to you right now, and have the motivation to go out and start your business, start in whatever venture you want to do. You'll very, very quickly realize that motivation is only a temporary thing. It's only a temporary feeling. Discipline is something that you have to instill on a daily basis. Discipline is doing something that you don't want to do and doing it like you want to do it. You have to do it with enthusiasm, with passion, with faith, with courage in everything that you do. That's when you're going to get the best output for your input. Number 2 is money management. Entrepreneurship definitely taught me money management, because when you're working a 9-to-5, yes, you have to budget and allocate certain ways, but when you're running a business, you're running 2 different portfolios of budget splits. You know, you have to split your money within the business. That business money goes to you, and then you have to split that money from the business within your personal life. So you really have to be really good at managing your money, not only within your personal life, but as well as your business life, and making it all work in one, so where you can scale your business, keep your lifestyle at a sustainable level, and, you know, scale up from there. And so that's a really big lesson that I learned, is money management. Read a lot of books. I read Think and Grow Rich, The 48 Laws of Power, It Can't Hurt Me, and a lot of other books. I'll go over that in another video, but knowledge is very powerful when it comes to entrepreneurship, especially money management. That's definitely one of the biggest keys that you need to learn as far as like investing, saving, spending, budgeting, and things of that sort. So last thing I would say is just surround yourself with like-minded people. I cannot stress this enough, man. if you want to be an entrepreneur, or if you are an entrepreneur, the value you have within setting yourself up with the right environment, being around the right people, being around other people who think like you or are doing what you want to do or already past what you're doing right now, that shit is so important, bro, because not only will you be driven to work insanely harder, but you're going to be around people that are always going to be doing the same thing that you're doing, and the only vision that you have is what you guys have set together. It's going to be hard to be an entrepreneur if you're in a circle of people who work 9 to 5s, unfortunately. You have to be the odd one out. You have to separate yourself from the pack and tunnel vision on what you want, because those people will never understand the vision that you have for yourself, your businesses, you know, your future, things of that sort. They'll never understand it, bro. Surround yourself with the right people, surround yourself with entrepreneurs. If you're not around, like, you know, entrepreneurs on a physical basis, like a day-to-day, then, you know, get in discords, get in reddits, get in communities that you can join other entrepreneurs with, get in contact with people who are entrepreneurs on social media like me. You can hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on TikTok, whatever works best with you. That works a lot as well, just being in contact with entrepreneurs. I'll show you guys my phone right now, just kind of so you guys have an example, bro. It's like half of the people I communicate with on a day-to-day basis are just business contacts. Like, look, I don't know if you guys can see this, but all these people in my phone are just business contacts, and this is just half of the list, honestly. I'm surrounding myself with people who are doing what I'm doing, if not doing more than what I want to do on a daily basis, and everyone has the same vision. Not the same exact vision, but everyone's heading towards the same path that I want to head towards. And that's why you have to surround yourself with a bunch of people who are doing those things, because it makes it easier for you to naturally propel yourself to the goal that you want to achieve. And so that's where I'll kind of leave off this video. Just know that this game of self-employment and entrepreneurship isn't for everybody. It isn't for the weak. It isn't for the people who are going to quit halfway through or quit after the first day. It's for the people who are going to persevere through the hard days, push through, you know, be willing to sacrifice things, be willing to stay consistent, be willing to stay disciplined, and get to the goal that you want to achieve. If you guys liked this video, like, subscribe. It means the world to me. I'm gonna keep content coming out. I'm gonna enjoy my day. We got a great view in the back today. It's a nice, like, 85 degrees out here in Tampa today. You know, so I'm enjoying my day. I'm probably gonna hit the gym. I already told you guys what I'm doing for the day. Blessings to all of you guys who take upon this journey of entrepreneurship or are already on this journey of entrepreneurship. I hope the best for you guys. Keep on working, keep grinding. Keep your head down, keep your tunnel vision. Use what I said and implement what I said in this video. Take it and run with it, man. I'm out. Peace.